Gemini, August. Okay, I'm calling you a lucky ducky this month, Gemini. And some people may say that's crazy because your ruling planet, Mercury, is going retrograde this month. But for some reason, Gemini, you always whatever life throws at you, you always seem to come out on top. You always land on your feet. Maybe it's almost like to me, like oblivious sometimes. You just don't even know what happened. You just keep going. And it's in such a carefree way that I just admire Gemini. For years, I wondered why I had so many Geminis around me. Everyone that I was friends with was a Gemini. I couldn't believe it. And then I learned astrology and I learned that my moon is in Gemini. So I was trying to see myself with all these Geminis around. Okay, so Jupiter is in your sign, Gemini, and this is one lucky time for you, okay? Jupiter is the planet that rules Sagittarius. It's also said to rule the sign Pisces, okay? There's a lot here about luck, blessings, expansion, carefree energy. Things are going to be big. Okay, so make it good stuff, Gemini. Make it big, good, great stuff. Now, Jupiter only stays in a sign for about a year. Okay, so you lucked out on 5/25/24 with Jupiter moving into Gemini, and it will be there till June 9th of 2025. All right. So excited for you. I'm excited for me. Okay, so this is awesome. So yeah, Mercury retrograde is going to start, and it's going to start on the 5th, and it's going to start in the sign of Virgo, which is the sign that you share the ruling planet of Mercury with, right? So Geminis and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. And so they kind of get you, okay? They get that your ruling planet is having this backwards movement or the optical illusion of a backwards movement. And so then it's going to move back into Leo. Okay, so I kind of got a few things when I was researching this. I felt the first thing I wrote down was you might find money when you review your paperwork, okay? Because Virgo is all about that. Mercury is the messenger. Mercury is the trickster, right? So you may be going through your bank statements and you find some spam and you get some money back. You may find a check you never cashed. There's something in the paperwork for you, okay? Now, sift and sort. Sift and sort. This is a great time. Now, this is also as Mercury goes back into Leo. This is a great time to go through your old photos. This is a great time to find your joy again. Read old love letters if you have any of those, back when people wrote love letters. Okay, read them. Okay, find your joy again. Find those childlike memories. Look at pictures of yourself. How were you dressed, right? Did you dress yourself? Because I bet you that was a pretty true expression of your style, okay? Just enjoy it, okay? Don't be afraid of this Mercury retrograde. Enjoy it and know that once you get through that, you've got Jupiter until June 9th of 2025, all right? Go for it. Okay, now I did a pre-reading for you. Here's what I got. The first card is the Nine of Cups. This is like the genie in the bottle. He's out, he's here. What do you want? Okay. So Jupiter rules the sign Sagittarius, right? And Sagittarius has to do with gambling and games and risk taking. And you are right across from Sagittarius, right? In some ways, I hear a lot of things about, are you compatible with the sign opposite to you? I do think that there is a click. I just do. Some people say maybe you don't stay together, but you definitely have a click. So if you Geminis are feeling a click with a Sagittarius, yeah, there's something to that, okay? It's almost like your other half. You're always looking for that. All right, so the Nine of Cups is here. You've got these genie wishes here. You got Jupiter in your sign. Got the full moon behind you. We're going to have a big full moon in Aquarius this month of August, which is going to be pretty cool. Okay, now your second card is the King of Wands. And I know you're not a fire sign, but he's kind of, I don't know, his facial expression just reminds me of a Gemini man. Okay, so again, Sagittarius is right across from you. The King of Wands is a heck of a fun kind of guy. Here's the Seven of Swords kind of tiptoeing off here. And there's definitely a lot of desire for movement, because the King of Wands is all about going out, traveling, seeing. But he's sneaking off to do it. And I had one more card because it just kind of fell out at me, and I pay attention to the jumpers. Knight of Wands. Okay, bad boy of the tarot deck. He showed up, really leaped out of the deck to show up. So you've got a lot of powerful energy here. It's almost like, what do you want? And it looks like you want freedom. Okay, and maybe you're sick of tiptoeing. Maybe there's something about that. But there's some desire to get moving. Okay, we're going to put these cards, let's just leave those right here. Let's push this back a little bit here. And then we're going to do a live reading for you. Okay, so those cards I had looked at ahead of time. These cards I have not. We're going past, present, and future position using the Spellcaster's Tarot here. Pretty intense one. I really love this deck. Sometimes it's the only deck I'll work with personally. I don't always use it with clients because it's got the death card's pretty intense. So I usually leave this one at home, but I thought you guys might appreciate it. Okay, this is the past, what you're moving out of. You got a reverse tower. I'm just going to put that upright, not a big reversal reader. This is actually, let's see, this is card number 16. Okay, so this is Aquarius energy. We know we have the Aquarius full moon this month. Looks like some things are breaking apart. Okay, there's something breaking apart here. That's the past. That's what you're moving out of. Okay, now let's see. Pluto's been in the air sign of Aquarius, right? And it's just this month going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So you've had a trine, air sign to air sign makes a triangle, positive aspect. So it kind of makes sense in a way that this would show up, because that's a lot of intensity that you've had going on with Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, and trining you. So there's been things falling away that don't work for you. They need to. That's what they're supposed to do. Okay. Present situation. Here's the Knight of Cups. He looks like he's having a great time. We have the Sturgeon full moon. I think that's another name for the Aquarius full moon. Okay, so it looks like you're going to be having a good month here. Looks fun. And Gemini, let me tell you, one thing Gemini wants is fun. Okay, this is the future position. Here's the King of Pentacles. Look at those thighs. My goodness. Okay, King of Pentacles, Earth King. And he doesn't look like there's any lack. Okay, so you're moving into a position, pretty great position. You could be banking money right now, Gemini, with Jupiter in your sign. And if you're listening to this and you're like, where's my money? You got till June 9th of 2025, okay? So take this Mercury retrograde period to observe, I broke out my notebook because July 16th is the date that we're moving back to in time in this Mercury retrograde. So I'm writing down everything that's going on since then. Okay, because I know it's going to be revisited. I look for a common theme and I look to see what jumps out at me. Okay, so you might want to be writing things down, observing. I would be going over your paperwork, sifting, sorting. I think you're going to find something, and I think that you are going to find some information that's going to help you move forward. Think about the things that no longer serve you, because this Pluto energy, even though Pluto is going to move back into Capricorn at the end of the month, just till November 16th, then it's going to station in Aquarius for 20 years, which means that it's going to be trining you for 20 years, okay? You earlier Geminis are going to feel it more because Pluto will be in the early degrees of Aquarius. So if you are an early Gemini, which would be, what would that be, like May 21st, that first week, May 21st to May 28th, 29th, something like that. you guys are going to really feel that trine with Pluto. You are not going to have to wonder what isn't working. You're not going to have to wonder what needs to change because it's going to be shown to you very clearly. And then add Jupiter. And so this can be financially fabulous. Okay. Fabulous. So make sure you're saving and make sure that you have a system of saving, budgeting, all of that kind of stuff. Very Virgo-like, okay? All right, now we're going to go week by week. I have a lot of things to say to you, Gemini. Okay, week by week, 4 weeks of August. And let's see what we've got. All right, week 1. This is the little witch's tarot. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, for week 1, 7 of Pentacles. Now he's holding on to his money, gathering it together, showing like 7 of Pentacles is usually when like the grapes are growing on the vine, but they're not quite ripe. Okay, so it's kind of this waiting, but there's a gathering. So these things that are important to you, I really think it's actually just money this time, are growing. Okay, they're stabilizing. Okay, now the second week of August, you've got the High Priestess here. She did come in reversed. I'm putting her straight up. She's a 2. She's a major arcana, major secret of life card. She's a relationship number. Okay, this is a fun season. We've got Venus in the sign of Leo for a lot of the month. Or maybe just, is it all the month? I think, no, it's just for the first couple days of the month. Okay, so make sure to have a lot of fun the first couple days of the month while Venus is still in Leo. Okay, and the High Priestess is relationships, and it's the relationship with the divine. It's the relationship with your higher power, and it's the quieting down to listen to your own psychic energy. Okay, it's good for you to quiet down, Gemini, because you can tell I'm a Gemini moon, talker, right? So that Gemini needs to slow it down and listen, okay? This also has mom vibes. There's a lot of mom vibes for August. Okay, week 3. Here's the Lovers. This is a Gemini card. This is about choices, and week 3 is looking pretty loving with the High Priestess. So, you may have a lot of romance this month. Why not? You're lucky. All right, week 4, especially with those thighs. My goodness. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. You got a pair here. So this, I kind of placed it over the King of Pentacles in your future position. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. She is quite lovely in that emerald dress. And these are 2 different decks, and they're both draped in these emerald colored clothing. Okay, so it looks like you've got a pair here, pretty powerful pair. And yeah, and I keep thinking about Capricorn, Pluto going back into Capricorn, and these are so Capricornish kind of cards. All right, so Gemini, it looks really great. It looks like you have some love in the air. It looks like you have some freedom coming up, but you have to choose very wisely and know that this time period will be revisited. This is not one and done, okay? Let's roll some dice. Oh, well, that one jumped out. 12. And this one, the Sun in Libra in the 12th house, okay? So the Sun's actually going to be in Libra next month. Okay, the Sun shining in a Venus sign of Libra in the 12th house. Libra's a relationship number, and the 12th house, how do you explain the 12th house? 12th house, I think psychic house, house of retreating, the house of karma. There's almost like a balancing out, karmic balance. Wow, you're going to be able to see it. So you may have some things come up. There may be some relationship endings where you notice that you've got some like karmic pattern going on. Like if you keep getting with the same person, different name, same person kind of thing. You might be able to see that pattern this month, and you are going to be given an opportunity to change that. And sometimes the thing that changes that the fastest is just seeing it. Okay. There's visibility in a house of lack of visibility. Neptune's 12th house. Okay. This has rainbows to it. And this also has the opposite, which is like karmic balance. Okay. Take the opportunity and move on from this lesson that you've been learning for a long time. Okay. All right. Let's give you a couple power days. I think you guys are going to have the longest video out of everyone because I can't stop talking about Gemini. All right. Let's see. We're looking for power days for you. And I'm looking to see what we rolled the sun, and the sun rules the sign Leo. Okay, so this Leo new moon, which is going to happen on the 4th, Sunday, August 4th at 7:13 a.m., that's going to be really powerful for you. Okay, and the moon goes into Leo starting on 7:10 a.m. on the 3rd. So the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th until about 5:17 p.m. power times. Okay. Then we're looking at the sign of Libra, which the moon moves into the sign of Libra, 5:31 a.m. on Thursday, the 8th through the 9th into the 10th until 6:34 p.m. And then you rolled the 12th house, which is Pisces, and we have some power days for you right after the full moon. At Monday, August 19th, the full moon peaks at 2:26 p.m. and then the moon enters the sign of Pisces at 6:52 p.m. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting full moon for you. It's going to be an emotional full moon, okay? But check in with your emotions, see what they're saying to you. Through the 20th into the 21st until 7:02 p.m. Have a fabulous, fabulous month, Gemini.